I'm gonna say this right off the bat. I'm not prestiging anymore. So with Infinity Ward rolling out 5 more prestiges for people, I don't see any reason for me to do them since I've already progressed enough in 10 prestige and whatnot. But I'm gonna bitch about this for a minute. Now, although Infinity Ward is doing something they've never done before and adding shit, part of this is a response for Call of Duty Elite not working the way it's supposed to. Now, obviously, Activision, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer, and you can even throw Treyarch on that motherfucker, they're trying to keep our attention on all the Call of Duty games, and in particular now Modern Warfare 3. But the reality is, they're just deflecting the attention off that broken-ass service that people paid for. Listen, Call of Duty Elite is pointless. That's right, I said it, it's pointless. Most people, like me, got the shit because we wanted the DLC earlier and we wanted to save on whatever the most likely the final cost of the motherfucker was when they're finally all released and shit like that. Because the fact is, if you paid $60 for all the DLC packs and you pay $50 for Elite and they say we're going to release the same amount of map packs, you figure, okay, at least I'm saving 10 bucks. But the service itself is fucking garbage. I mean, really, what does anyone use Call of Duty Elite for that couldn't have been done with a regular fucking website? What exactly is our money getting us that makes this service worth the fuck? The stat tracking has been done before, and usually comes free. I mean, go check out the Resistance 2 and Resistance 3. You can do all that shit on that fucking online and whatnot. Nobody watches Elite for their tips and tricks. Doesn't matter what the fuck they talk about with their map overlays and gun tricks. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Nobody watches that shit. If anybody wants to watch that shit, they come to YouTube and they watch another fucking player instead of the goddamn shit that they put in this fucking game. And people certainly don't go there to watch their fucking shows. Like, seriously, do you go on Elite and you watch their entertaining programming? No, of course not. You're not going there to see, oh, noob tubing 101. No, get the fuck out of here, man. Nobody pays attention to that stupid shit. And that group shit is utterly pointless as well. It's like, ooh, I could join a bunch of people that live in New York City with me. Or, ooh, we can all cheer for the New York Giants. Or whatever the fuck else they can think of with that stupid shit. It's like, come on, man. Do people really give a fuck about groups? Or if anyone has a goddamn cat named Fluffy or kids with club feet? No! I don't give a fuck about some group of assholes who have a passion for planting geraniums or some shit like that. I don't give a shit. You know, first of all, my friends list can only hold 100 people. And I can only play with less than 10% of them at any given time. So why the fuck would I care about some random fucktard in Podunk, Iowa who goes cow tipping with transgender midgets or some shit like that? Man, the group shit is pointless. And certainly not worth the money that we already paid for this motherfucker. The only service that people wanted, other than the DLC of course, was the clan XP. We actually got to earn double XP tickets or whatever the fuck. You know, your friends basically, they go out, they capture flags or headquarters or some shit and you get the point. That shit didn't work. And that was the only service that Elite had that people really could have used. I mean, other than the stat tracking, nobody gave a fuck. Nobody gave a shit about the change. Check the challenges, you can change your classes, whatever. That shit took all of 2 seconds. You could have done it in the fucking game. So to make up for that service not working, the clan XP and whatnot, they're rolling out this bullshit, 5 new prestiges. I mean, basically, that offers nothing to people who've already advanced quite a bit in their 10 prestige and whatnot. I mean, think about it. Why would someone who's been maxed out for the past 2 months decide to give up all that shit and hit the button again? I mean, what? So that they could get clan double XP? It's like, seriously? Does that make any fucking sense? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. I mean, let's face it. I have 2 friends on my list. They have been 10 prestige since before Christmas. Actually, one guy was almost prestige, 10 prestige by Thanksgiving. So within a few weeks, people had already hit the maximum. Why the fuck are they gonna give up all that shit that they've worked on for the past 2 or 3 months? Whether it's gold guns, whether it's challenges, you name it. Why are they gonna bother with that shit? It makes no fucking sense at all. You know, the fact is, Call of Duty Elite was a pointless money grabber from the start. But basically, it's a product that wasted everyone's fucking time. And everyone, I mean the people who bought it and the people who created that shit. You know, if Activision came out right before Modern Warfare 3 was released and they said, listen, pay us $50 now for the DLC since later it's going to cost more than $50, how many people do you think would have been happy with that? Think about that. If they would have said you can prepay for your DLC now and get a discount, people would have said, fuck it, I'll just do it now. And they would have been happy and they would have just waited for the DLC to come out. But no, instead, we get this half-ass service that doesn't fucking work. When all Activision cared about was the money up front, they could have just done a promotion for the prepaid DLC. They didn't have to add this fucking website. They didn't have to add this goddamn service that does absolutely nothing to Call of Duty. Nothing. It adds nothing that has ever been done before. It adds nothing that we haven't seen. It doesn't give you shit to do on that motherfucker other than just check a couple stats. That's it. That's all people really use it for. I'm not going on there to hear Robert Bowling talk about whatever the fuck is crammed up his ass this week. I don't give a fuck, man. The reality is, Elite was conceived and built during 2 of the laggiest games in the series. Obviously, that's Crap Ops and Modern Warfare 2.9. You know, regardless, if the people that created Elite, regardless, if they didn't have anything to do with creating the past game, whether they don't even know what the fuck a video game is, it's still resources that Activision is wasting. On the surface, we see a main product that is suffering from a lack of support. And by main service, I'm talking about Black Ops, I'm talking about Modern Warfare 3. And we also have a service that doesn't work the way it's supposed to. So as a consumer, this pisses you off. What would you rather have? Would you rather have a game working, Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3 working properly, or would you rather have some shitty service? We're getting nothing. I mean, I don't care who made Elite or whether or not they even know what the fuck they were doing. The point is, money, time, and resources have gone into creating that shit when all of that could have been gone into the fucking games and figure out how to let people play these two Call of Duty games without the brain fuckingly bad lag, without the bad connections, bad hit detection, all the other shit that's plaguing it. You know, Elite could have been eliminated a long time ago and nobody would have given a fuck. If they would have said, listen, we have nothing to do with this service, let's absolutely cut this idea and just work on getting these games right, people would have appreciated that more. Instead, we have two games, Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3, they don't fucking work the way they're supposed to, and we also have this side service that supports them that doesn't work as well, so what the fuck is going on? I mean, seriously, why do we have these three things that don't fucking work? I'd rather have two products that work than three half-ass products, don't you agree? These 5 prestiges are nothing more than a distraction. That's it. It's another dangling carrot in front of us meant to keep the addiction to the game going. I swear to God, man, they're nothing but fucking drug pushers up in this motherfucker. You know, I'm all for DLC. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm all for new content that keeps me interested in a good game, and I'm willing to pay for it. Because obviously, development time goes into making DLC and shit like that. But when the main product is broken, that's a tough sell. When the main product continues to underperform, all the DLC and all the add-ons and shit that they give us in the game only looks like a cover to mask the problems the game has. And before people go running and stating that this is a Call of Duty thing, no, you know, there are other games that have done this shit. Mass Effect did it, Madden does it every fucking year, NCAA football, Battlefield has even done it. You know, basically, they want to push out content to hide the glaring problems. So with these 5 prestiges, yeah, you know, they're nice to have. Sure, it's something new, it's something that refreshes the game every now and then, but would anyone want them over a better working game? Hell no! And we sure as fuck don't want them just because a paid service has been broken for 3 months now. Now, as far as the prestiges themselves, Infinity Ward thinks that people who are 10th prestige were going to be happy about this. I mean, let's talk reality here. People spent hours ranking up to get to the final level and whatever the fuck, and after that, they had nothing else to rank up for. People have been Prestige 10 for a while now. They've been working on their challenges, they've been working on their gold guns, they've been working on pro perks, whatever the fuck you want. So why would all these people give that shit up to do it 5 more times? I mean, we already did this shit 10 fucking times over, so why the hell are we gonna lose all of our shit 10 fucking times, work our way up to finally getting everything we have in this game, just to give it all up again? What, for fucking double XP, for triple XP, whatever the fuck they're gonna add with this clan shit? No, man. You know, I'm sure there are some rank up whores who are gonna go ahead and do it. Because listen, they're like, fuck it. As soon as I can rank up, I'm gonna rank up in this motherfucker. But those are the people, they would infinitely prestige if the game allowed this motherfucker. But a good portion of people, they're tired of prestiging. And quite honestly, we're just tired with the prestige system in general. I mean, the fact that you have to lose your shit 10 fucking times in a row. I mean, look, it was a novelty 5 games ago in Call of Duty 4 when the fact is the game was brand new. It was like, oh shit, I could do this all over again. But the fact is, the shit is getting old. And it's getting fucking annoying. I mean, I like that Infinity Ward offered up some prestige tokens to alter how you prestige. You know what I'm talking about? Where you could unlock shit, or you could get double gun XP, double XP, whatever the fuck you wanted to do. You could do a whole bunch of shit with your goddamn prestige tokens. But you know what? Now that people spent their tokens, what the fuck else they gonna do? I mean, you're gonna offer us up some more prestige tokens, motherfucker? I mean, shit, man. You know, Activision is probably never gonna understand this, but people do get bored of Call of Duty. I mean, people do like to play other games. So no matter how much shit they offer us to keep playing, no matter how much content they throw at us, people play the game because they like Call of Duty. And they like when the game works. That's the main thing. They don't play the game for freebies. They don't play the game for extra content. Don't get me wrong. The extra content and whatnot helps. But people don't play this shit hours on end just for extra stuff. They play the game because they like it. They play the game because it works. And that's what made Call of Duty 4 perfect when it was released at the time. It wasn't the greatest game, it wasn't a flawless game, but the fact was, it was fun, it worked, and when you killed people, they fucking died. It was simple as hell. Now you throw on all this DLC, you throw on all this prestige shit, and then what happens? The game itself is fucked. The game itself, playing the fucking game with lag compensation, bullshit, hit detection, you name it, the game itself is now flawed, and that's where they've gone wrong over these past goddamn years. So for me, I'm not doing the 5 prestiges. It serves no purpose for me. I'm not losing my shit 5 more times, because now that we know that they can add shit, who's not to say if they want to add more in the future? It's like, oh man, fuck this, man. It'd be like some jackass trying to get a close-up of the horizon. Imagine that shit. Imagine some asshole constantly walking forward because he wants to get a close-up picture of the horizon. Basically, that's what this prestige system has become, and that's what it will become if they continue to make this shit infinite prestige or whatever the fuck now. So that's why I'm stopping where I am. I'm at prestige 10, level 80. I'm not starting this shit for again. If, you know, if they would have had 15 levels, sort of the way Black Ops had 15 levels, if they would have had 15 levels from the start, I probably would have done all 15, but fuck that. I'm not doing add-on shit. Especially now that I've been prestige 10 for a while now, fuck that bullshit, man. You know, if I was still prestiging up 7, 8, 9, 10, 3, 2, whatever the fuck, I probably still would have gone all the way to 15. But the fact now that you're at 10, it's like, this serves no fucking purpose for me. None whatsoever. So I don't know why the hell they think that people who are already prestige 10 see this as something that they benefit from. It doesn't benefit anybody. You don't get shit from prestige. What do you get? A fucking emblem? Ooh, whoop-de-doo. You get a little icon when you play in the goddamn leaderboard? Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares if you're prestige 10, prestige 5, prestige 2. The only thing that they care about is if you're camping in a fucking corner and you're using cheap guns. That's all people care about in this motherfucker. Anyway, man. That's my rant on the Prestige. That's my rant on Call of Duty Elite. And this is probably why I'm getting sick and tired of Call of Duty itself, man. So anyways, as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And be sure to stay tuned for my next rant.